What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. So, here I'm doing a 6,000 operation unboxing of just the keys, just to see what I could get. And this is also a 110k key unboxing video in the black market, because there's a 50% upgrade rush. And in case you didn't know what the upgrade rush is, it is when all that you do in the black market, if you buy like 1,000 key chest, it doubles what it would normally do to fill up super chest. And then I recently had one of my friends specifically ask me if I could do a video so they could check out what the Ao Jun would be like if it had hammers MK3 on it. And it was MK3 itself, same with modules, everything was MK3. How it would run. And I thought to myself on this, and I'm like, yeah, that'd be expensive. But at the same time, I also would like to run this because I run a Deathwing Ao Jun, and it's still incredibly powerful with just 2 Banes on it. Because as you can see, that's what I was running on it, was just 2 Banes. So let's just get into the unboxing here. This is kind of what you would get throughout one of these unboxings, because they're not very easy to get what you want, I should say. Like right here though, like I just let it kind of do its thing, I just did the 50k, a 50k one, and just to see what I could get out of the gold chest, and it also fills up the super chest technically the most. But at the same time, the 10 keys, if you did 1,000 of them for the cost of 1 super chest, or 1 gold chest, you could actually get more than what a gold chest would give you, XP-wise. But you get better things out of the gold chest, so I mean, it's a win-lose scenario there. So I always do gold chests. I saved up a lot of these keys. I saved up like 80k of these, and I bought the rest because I knew the black market was coming. But I've been saving keys and just grinding and grinding and grinding them out. So soon enough here, I'll just skip to the end of these. But basically, this is just kind of an update video. The new shotguns, I would love to talk about those a little bit more in this video. I didn't get to talk about them much. The new shotgun, the Crudgel, Mason hammers, all hit extremely hard. And they go through a physical shield. From what I can tell, they go straight through it. So say you're getting charged by a shell, but you have those shotguns. Even at level 1, they're definitely not going to be the best, but they're going to go through its shield and still going to hurt it quite a decent amount. I run MK3, and so the gameplay that you see with me is me using MK3, so that's why I dominate with them. It's extremely powerful, so, I mean, it's not as if, like, alright, here, to make this easier, I'm going to run Ao Jun. My friend asked me to outrun Ao Jun, so I'm going to run it. So the videos and the gameplay later in this video, the gameplay itself is of the Ao Jun. One is with the Ao Jun, only the weapons MK3. That is the first part you'll see, the first battle. The second battle is with all MK3, and that's what you'll see. And you'll see that it does deal a lot of amount of damage. Like here, I'm pulling shells and whatnot. So, before the video ends, I want to say this, or before I get into more of an in-depth gameplay and everything. If you guys have specific setups on specific robots that you want me to do, I will be totally willing and fine to do those setups and help you guys out. Like with Manny or like Adrian Chong, they do, if someone asks them to do like a dream setup, they do a full hanger. I'm not personally able to do the full hanger, but I could do a setup for you guys. Like, again, my friend asked for that Ao Jun, MK3 everything, so I went and did it. And that's just because I had the spare hammers laying around on the sidelines, because I already run a MK3 Fenrir everything. So it was on the sidelines, so I decided to equip it up. And right here, I'm still going through getting super chests and everything. So I was pretty entertained here. I got a lot of Orochis and whatnot. But basically right here, all I really want to say is for right now, the gameplay in the video later is more of a, I'll be talking about it, but it's an update, So basically, well, sorry if I sound stupid or I'm like off topic all the time or something. You know, I'm brand new to this crap, so. But basically, when I run this Algion, I'm going to be running it with the tactics that I ran my Fenrir. So it might also be powerful, way more powerful in other people's hands. Because I've always ran my Fenrir for the last, like, 2 weeks. I specifically ran my Fenrir. But now, since I'm not running it, it should, like, I'm not running it full time now. Because now I'm running my Retro Rev and my Algion. And my Behemoth Smuda, whatever, and my Khepri. But so basically, it's an extremely powerful weapon. And here you can see me, I'm going to start going through everything. Making it all, getting all the hammers out, making them big boys. And in that specific clip and scene of this video, I will not end up making everything MK3. And that's why the first gameplay set you'll see is of what you saw right there, you know. Although the weapons are MK2. But in the next video, everything will be MK3 that's shown. Everything will be MK3. Modules, everything. Everything is MK3. And on this specific Algion, for this specific run I'm doing for the friend, I'm doing the maximum amount of damage. Because he wanted to know really specifically what he could deal with that. So I'm running 3 overdrive units that are maxed out. So as soon as they drop me below that specific percentage amount of health, depends on your durability and everything. Once they drop me down to that and knock me back, if I can just keep healing up but not passing it, I'm dealing 75% more damage than what I would normally deal. And that's on top of my pilot skills. Like, I have every pilot skill on this thing. Either durability, I've got Roadhog on it, I've got a durability setting on it, I've got mechanic to where I heal more or less every second. And the rest are shot grouping, which is a very important pilot skill that you want to have if you're going to be running scatters or devastators or just cudgels, maces, or hammers, you know, the shotguns of the game. Because that way when you hit with most of your bullets, because the more bullets you hit with, the harder it hits. So, say you're using scatter, you know, it shoots that weird, like, kind of a line of them. But if you get shot grouping on it, I mean, you'll hit most of those, and each one of those is what hurts the most. So if say you hit 3 of them, you know, and it deals, I don't know, we'll just put a rough thing out there. Maybe it deals 6k per one. It fires 6, so you hit 3 of them, you know, you're dealing like 18, 19k that hit. But if you hit all 6, you know, that's an easy 36 to 38k of damage a hit. So here I'm just going, but, you know, and, like, it's a strong setup. Like, all the shotguns in the game for right now, they're all extremely strong setups, like, very strong. And that's why you'll see most people running them now. As the Revs set up the Devastator and this Tiger Scatters is what I have on mine. I have a boombox, but I didn't end up having it before, but that's besides the point. If you can get the limited edition weapons, they actually hit harder. And so, if you see my Tiger Scatters hitting for a little bit harder than what your normal scatters are dealing, that is why. It's because they're a Tiger Scatter, they're a limited edition. So, it's harder. They hit harder just because they're a special weapon. If that makes any sense. And that's why I would have preferred to have a Boombox Devastator instead of a normal one. But since I already have this one at MK3, until I have the spare resources, I'm not going to MK3 it. If that makes sense. I'll leave those on there. But the thing is, in this more video is why I'm talking about the Algion here. And like, you can see how much I'm spending on this thing, just MKing one of them. I spent roughly, and this is just a rough estimate, I spent over 800 million specifically on the guns, on MKing 3 the hammers. Now here, you can see me jumping in, but I spent over 1 billion silver, I'm thinking, on this entire robot. Now here, This is when both these weapons here are just MK2. The modules are all just level 1. Look at the damage just from the Aojian itself. I didn't even hit him with the hammers there. And he's that low. He's half health. And as you can see, he decides to run from me, which is really annoying. And this is why I personally, I don't like the Orochis. And it's not that, I just don't like their gameplay or they're not good. They're good. I don't like them because of how toxic they are to run, Because you can't, their boost ability, their first one, I swear, recharges faster than all of them, combined. It recharges insanely fast, so you can't even really catch him, if you know what I'm saying. Like, right there, he jumped off the side and dipped, and I couldn't have killed him. There, I got him right there. At this point, I'm just looking around for the closest target. And the drone that I'm running currently isn't specific to this build yet. I will build a specific drone to this build, and it will be way stronger than it is. But until then, I'm running just a normal, attack drone, one of the first ones that you can get for silver. And it's just got a bunch of DOT mods on it. So when my Aojian does its ability, it still hurts a lot compared. And right here, you can see I'm waiting for him to come out of his ability. That guy shooting me from behind doesn't really faze me. So I kill him and I turn on him. And this is a Fenrir, keep in mind. They have a lot of shield and resistance, so they got a lot of health. So I fly up in my mode here. Even though I'm getting hit, it doesn't matter. I'm mowing him down. And look at that ability doing its work too, Easy, just annihilated a Fenrir. So, I mean, that kind of should show you already how much damage these things can deal. If I can one-on-one a Fenrir, and I'm not even full MK3 yet. My guns are only MK2, keep in mind. So you can see I'm turning around to charge this guy. I wanted to get underneath this platform and fly up onto him, which I did accomplish, more or less. See, I got up to him. Look at his health drop. That's a Natasha. Even if that was just the plain Jane that you buy, it's still got to be a level 6 Natasha. And that level 6 Natasha has, give or take, 120 to 140k health. I don't know specifics yet. So you have to think about it. I just did over 120k at least in seconds, literal seconds. Right here, I'm on a beyond godlike. I haven't died once. I'm on a 6 kill, and you can see my beacon over there, or my attack ability doing its job. I have Monarch completely maxed out, and the laser attack system, the laser blast system maxed, or I guess you can't really max it any more than that. See him? He knew what he was doing, because he jumped on me, he did a little bit of damage, and he knew he couldn't stay there for very much longer, or he would die. So he jumped off. And right here, I'm totally expecting to die, but I'm also trying to get kills before I do, because I'm only on 70k health. And, I mean, the Aojian has some decent durability, but it's nothing to brag about, that is for sure. And right there, I lost my other living legend, but I didn't realize is I was over the boat just a tiny bit, so I fell in. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm just going to respawn with the Aojian. Because this video is specifically on the Aojian, so I respawned with it. And I knew I'd easily kill this guy. He didn't really stand a chance. What he didn't know, and he's a scorpion, so he was trying to get closer to me. What he didn't know is that I was running the Aojian. So when I realized what he was trying to do, I just flew up early, so he couldn't get me, and I just dropped him. Look at his health go. And scorpions, even at level 1, that was a Techno Scorpion. And I had a Techno Scorpion too. At level 1, they should have over 146,000 health. So that is why that did that much. It took a little bit longer, just because it's only MK2. And again, it's extremely expensive to get to MK2. But MK2 to MK3 is right around, 300 to 400 million silver, give or take, per weapon. It depends on what you do. And right here, everything's MK3 on this Aojian. Boom, tripper kill. I wasn't recording it the first night. I'm sorry about that. But if you look at the same amount of health I had in the last round, before I jumped off the edge, I had 70k health. Now I have 100. So you can see the damage. Look at that. That, I am quite sure, was a Fenrir. And I'll double back and check. But, pretty sure that was a Fenrir. And did you see how fast his health go? Because I'm running everything MK3 now. The bot, everything. The overdrive units. I'm running level 6 because that's the max level you can get. So they hit extremely hard. And the pilot skill that I have, when I go into my ability, if I hit them directly on with the flames, it does extremely more damage. An extreme amount more. You can see this guy right here. It's another Fenrir. He came up on me trying to kill me like that. Look at him. If you think about it, you got to think about how strong my Fenrir is personally, and mine's all the way MK3 too. But it's also got a lot of durability buffs. But you can see, even at base level, the Fenrir is extremely high in durability and health. You see how fast he lost that health? The fact is that these hammers are hitting for 8k. Every one of those little bullets that goes out is 8k. And the reload time on these things is honestly so powerful. It is extremely strong. And without that reload time, I think they honestly might get nerfed because of this, but without that reload time, they wouldn't honestly be the best gun in the game. Because say you had everything like this and it was all the exact same, but the reload time was maybe 10 seconds. I wouldn't play these guns. I absolutely would not. Because that is so extreme. Even that 4 to 5 second reload that I have to deal with, that even at MK3, that's still, in my point of view, like, that's still barely enough. Like, I'm barely able to handle that. But if they put it to 10, I wouldn't run them. And that's like, and this is for my friend here in the video, but if you can tell, I'm hitting extremely hard with these. And he wanted to know, how hard you could roughly hit. I'm going to say in a full mag at MK3 with the stuff I'm running, if you're below that overdrive, and you get 70% more damage on the overdrive, you should deal around 160 to 200k clip. And that's and that depends on also how close you are. If you're 499 meters, because their range is 500, if you're 499, you're not going to be dealing near as much as if you're 10 meters from them. If you're 10 meters, you're going to almost kill them every clip, no matter what they are. You're going to kill them in one clip. And that's been proven with my Fenrir and Arthur. I was fighting an Arthur literally like 2 meters away, and I killed him in basically one clip. Because, and what is the best about these weapons is, even if there's shields or anything, they immediately go through those shields so fast. But if you think about it, they go through the physical shield. So say again, you're fighting an Arthur with this. The Algen's ability already goes through the Arthur's shield, from what I know, from what I've experienced, unless it broke it. But it goes through their shield. And then the hammers, they more or less go through the shield, but they also just break the shield. And I mean, they absolutely annihilate the shield. But it's still extremely powerful. Or extremely, not to say powerful, but it's like, it's a balanced gun, honestly. Because say you're in a fight, but you're not 500 yards, they back up from you. If they're backing away from you in that case, you really can't do anything about it. Because at 500 yards, you've got your maximum range. And even then, it's going to hurt them. But it's not enough. Alright, see you guys in the next video.